Alright, the piece here is sanded to 600, and I'm going to seal it with some thin CA glue. And I'm just wiping that on, and I have a piece of like a plastic bag on my finger just to keep the glue off my finger, but you could use a paper towel, it would accomplish the same thing. After you get that first coat of thin on there, you just hit it with some Accelerator to set that glue. And then now you can see I'm putting on the second coat. And the second coat is using medium CA glue. I put about 6 or 7 drops on the paper towel, and I wipe it on. You don't want to hold it on there long enough or it'll start to stick. And after you get that first or that second coat on, hit it with some Accelerator, put on another coat, hit it with some Accelerator, put on another coat. I do at least 8 coats. Sometimes I've done up to 15. It's pretty much up to you. Alright, after I put on my last coat, I'm going to start using these sanding pads. I get them from Penn Industries. So I'm actually, you can see my finger on the top, I'm actually feeling the roughness of the blank, and it gets smoothed out as I'm using that acrylic sanding pad. So, and those are actually used with water, so it's basically wet sanding. And you'll see as I go through the pads, they're different colors. And each one just gets progressively finer and finer. I think the last one is like the equivalent of 12,000 grit. After I finished up with the wet sanding and I've dried off the blank, I'm going to put on some of this tripoli Ultra-Shine polishing wax that I use. And it's basically just kind of like the same as before. I wipe it on and I turn on the lathe, like a medium speed. Make sure it's all on the paper towel, and then I kind of just buff it in and turn the speed up of the lathe until it's, up about 1500, and polish it up. Alright, so here's the finished blank and what it's going to look like when you're all done. It should be pretty much nice and smooth.